Father, again, I want to thank the chair for inviting you as one altar boy to a priest. I know that there must be some, notwithstanding your testimony, something that we got to agree on, and one of them is that this child is a creation of God, and whatever the mother did or didn't do, that child should not be punished for whatever immorality the mother had. And wherever there's benefits, health, food, shelter, things that Mary and Joseph were looking for, that child should not be denied. I know we agree on that. But you said something about you're against funding for religious organizations. That wasn't just generally, was it? I mean, you didn't mean Catholic charities.
I'm against federal funding for religious organizations. I was asked whether it would be good to funnel money through religious organizations in order to accomplish these things.
The way we do it here is that we give federal credits. That is, people don't have to pay taxes if they give to the church, which is really, subsidizing.
No, I don't think that's a subsidy at all. That's only a subsidy if you presume that the money is yours in the first place. I believe it is not the government's money in the first place. It's the people who produced it.
Let me try it again.
Belongs to them, sure.
Once everyone's tax liability is established, that's the law, that's what they owe. Then when the government says we reduce that if you give to the church, that's a deal. To encourage giving it to the church.
Yes, I don't think you view it as a subsidy, though, either in the strict sense of a subsidy, because if you were directly subsidizing, there would be all kinds of red tape and standards that you would expect.
This organization, Acton Institute,
Acton, Lord Acton, John Acton.
What is it?
Lord John Acton. He
sorry.
said power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Is this a not-for-profit organization?
It is, yes.
Are
We
the
take no
contributions-
government money by Constitution.
Are the contributions tax exempt?
Yes.
And when you buy things and whatnot, you don't pay taxes on it under the 501c3?
Yes.
Now, is this a subsidiary of the Catholic Church?
It is not. It is completely independent.
This has nothing to do with religion.
Yes, it has to do with religion. You asked if it was a Catholic
Catholicism?
organization. We're ecumenical. We work with people from all different faith traditions.
Your testimony, does this represent the thinking of the Roman Catholic Church?
In its institutional form, do you mean am I a representative of the Catholic Bishops' Conference? I am not. However,
Do they support what you said here today?
You would have to ask them that. On prudential matters, Catholics have a wide variety of opinions. However, I would indicate that the principle of subsidiarity has been articulated throughout the Catholic tradition. And in fact, the section where I deal with the principle of subsidiarity is drawn from the encyclical of John Paul II, Centesimus Annus. I believe it's the 34th paragraph.
Father, remember me in your prayers, but what I really want to find out is there any Catholic Church organization that believes that we should not provide funds for a child that's born out of wedlock?
Well, your presumption is, are you asking that governments should not provide?
AFDC, what we're talking about here.
Yes.
Do you object to anything?
Well, we've talked about an awful lot. I've been here 3 hours.
Okay, a child 18 years old, just because she's 18, should we be allowed to provide money for the child's health and welfare?
I don't think that there is any moral obligation for the government in all cases to do that.
Okay, period.
Period.
Does any Catholic organization that you know of, the Catholic bishops or Catholic churches or priest organizations that you know of, agree with the position you just stated?
I'm sure there are different groups of Catholics and Catholic organizations and charities.
I'm sure they are too, but I need them for the record so I can go.
Well, Martin, I would say probably St. Martin de Porres House in Chicago, which deals with women like this.
Chicago's different.
South Side.
No, that's different.
The Catholic Campaign would probably agree with some along that. That's I think that's Washington, actually.
Does the Catholic bishops believe? Do you believe that if a woman has a second child and she's on welfare, that no benefit should go to that second child?
I think in certain cases, that's a very good idea. If I was dealing with a charity...
Father, help me. There's no certain
Let me
cases.
just answer the...
But Father, I want the
that's
answer
exactly
to be...
the problem, Congressman, is that you're viewing it in an aggregate, and I'm saying, tell me who the woman is. Tell me what the second child is about. Has she been raped? What's gone on in her life? And then I can answer that question.
Well, okay, the woman had sex, she made a mistake, she's getting welfare, boom, she makes another mistake, she's pregnant. That's the story.
Okay.
Should the second child be denied assistance?
From the government, perhaps so.
This is us, the government.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
And what I'm
The
saying is
Catholic
let it
Charities-
devolve down to local charities who can make these more nuanced
I'm not going
decisions.
to argue with you. You deal with a higher authority than I do. I'm just trying to help myself in thinking. Does
I'm relieved
Catholic
to hear you know
charity,
that.
does Catholic charities, I mean, does the Catholic charity or the Catholic bishops agree with that point?
You would have to ask them. I'm not on their staff.
Okay, the
Let
time
me
of
explain
the,
something, though, vis-a-vis Catholic bishops and the staffers and the policy recommendations. Those are prudential decisions that are made. The Catholic Church does not advocate any partisan view. The concern of the Catholic Church is the dignity and the well-being of each human being. And the way in which those needs are met are open to all kinds of philosophical and prudential debates.
Okay, the time of the
And
gentleman.
I think any Catholic bishop would agree with that statement.
Well, we have to pray together.
Let us do that.
Well, we should end on that one.